welcome to another jewelry making video brought to you by keepsakecrafts.net. Today I'm going to teach you how to make caged beads. Wrapping them with wire is a cool effect, and then you can string them any way you like. Today we're going to make them into a bracelet. To make this project you will need first, of course, some beads, whatever beads you like to make up the length of your bracelet. Today I'm using 10 by 15 millimeter oval ceramic beads, and in between those I'll have these 6 millimeter bicone beads. You'll need a clasp. You can use a lobster clasp if you like, but I have a toggle clasp today. You'll need some bead stringing wire and crimps to string your bracelet together. And for the wire wrapping, you'll need some 20 gauge wire. You can use anything you have. Sterling silver is beautiful. You can oxidize it. This is bright copper. A caged bead is a rather fun element to make. It's just a piece of wire that's wrapped around a bead in a spiral. It gives it some interesting texture. Now, depending on the size of beads you have will depend on the length of wire to start with. So there is a little bit of trial and error here. For these beads, a 4-inch piece is just right. So just use your wire cutters and cut yourself a 4-inch piece of your wire. And then use round nose pliers to make a loop on one end. And then grab that loop and continue spiraling that wire around. Now if you have dead soft wire, you should be able to, at this point, start spiraling it with your fingers and just make a loose spiral. And keep spiraling until you've used up half of your wire. And then repeat on the other side. Your second spiral should go in the opposite direction so that when they meet you have a fancy S shape. The next step is to grab a hold of that center loop and just give a gentle pull so that you pull that spiral out into a cone shape. And do the same for the other spiral, pulling them both to the same side. And then fold that whole thing in half. And now you see how easy it is to make the cage for your bead. At this point, you can pop that open, slide in your bead. Now where these are oval and flat, round beads really are the best ones to start with. If you've never worked with wire before, I'd recommend that. But you can just take a little time. Like I said, dead soft wire is great because it's softest and you can manipulate it with your fingers, and you want those loops that you started with to line up with the holes in your bead. And so just repeat until all of your beads are caged. So once you've finished caging all your little beads, it's time to put it all together into a bracelet. Cut yourself about a 10-inch piece of bead stringing wire, slide on a crimp, slide on the round part of your toggle clasp, and then slide that end of the wire back through the crimp. Make sure the wires are parallel and not crossed inside the crimp, and then just flatten that crimp near your clasp with a pair of chain nose pliers. Give it a tug, make sure it's secure, and then you can cut off that extra bit of wire. And now simply string your beads to the length you want, and make sure that when you go through these that you go through the loop of your wire and then the hole of the bead and then back out through the other loop of the wire. It might take a little bit of manipulating to accomplish that. When you get done, string a few small beads on the end so that you can bend your toggle clasp, and then finish your toggle with a crimp as well, and you're done. So here's another look at the bracelet we made today. Keep in mind that you can use this technique for any kind of jewelry. You can use it for earrings, for necklaces. It's a great way to dress up a plain bead. Also, you can use any number of combinations of wire colors and bead colors. If you have sterling silver wire, you can oxidize it. If you have bare copper wire, you can patina it. all kinds of choices. So thank you again for watching Keepsake Crafts videos. Here are a couple more videos you might enjoy watching. Please be sure to click on the subscribe button so you subscribe to this YouTube channel and don't miss a thing. Also check out my blog, keepsakecrafts.net, where I have lots more crafting and sewing, jewelry making ideas and inspiration. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.